All right, welcome to Frankenstein's Lab once again. On this edition, we have a little progress on the Yukon platform for the Cadillac. I think you remember we had the frame shortened up 12 inches. That gives me the wheelbase I need. And today, got the gas tank in and plumbed up. So the original gas tank was about a foot too long. Imagine that. So the tank that was in it was the same for like a Suburban, Yukon XL, Escalade ESV. They're all the 130 wheelbase, and just far too long once I shortened the frame. But fortunately, the tank from a Tahoe or Yukon is perfect. I had to relocate the mount for the tank, the front mount. The rear mount worked fine. All the hoses from the fill to the tank all reached just fine. That's in the same location as the larger tank. Unfortunately, the fuel pump itself and all the lines associated with it are in a different location and different lengths, so I had to adjust all my fuel lines. They're all nylon fuel lines. You kind of pop them off, and they're pretty easy to shorten. You cut them off nice and clean, heat them up, and shove them back onto the fittings. I did use clamps just as an extra precaution. I don't see where it could hurt anything, and just a little peace of mind. They probably would have been fine with just a heat press on fit, just like the factory, but what the hell, we got clamps. As part of putting a new tank in, I also put a new fuel pump. It's a Bosch fuel pump, and hopefully it holds up well. I'm a firm believer in Murphy's Law. If I didn't replace the pump, even though it was working perfectly, 10 minutes after I got the car on the road, it would probably fail. So figured it was just a good time to do the fuel pump. I'm going to look at creating an access panel on the floor, so if you ever have to replace the fuel pump or deal with any of the lines, you won't have to drop the tank. I think I can pull off an access panel on the floor, so we'll play with that later on. Okay, it's pretty much back to a running vehicle with a few exceptions. As you can see, these two lines hanging out here, they're the brake lines. They need to be shortened up 12 inches to correspond with the frame shortening. And I'm having some difficulty getting fittings for them. Apparently, they're kind of an odd size. The whole world of the internet says they're 1/4 inch, but they are not. I ordered 1/4 inch fittings for it, and they will not fit over the line. The lines measure 263 thousandths, which obviously is a little greater than 1/4 inch. So I'm on the search for a 7 mil coupling and fittings, and hopefully I can find those and get the brake lines back together. And the only other remaining item is the drive shaft. Right now there is no drive shaft, or it's made out of transparent aluminum. I don't know which. I'm pretty sure it's not there. So I got to take the old drive shaft. I'll take a look at that real quick. Take a walk with me. There's the original drive shaft from the Yukon XL, and I need to take about 12 inches out of that. So that'll be an interesting process. I haven't shortened a drive shaft yet in my project, so that'll be a new one on me, and I'll video that. So if folks need to do that, hopefully you can take some tips from that if I do it correctly. So that's about it for this session. Have a good one.